Welcome back to the Cyberspace VR. We are your VR informers, and today we're going to be talking about which VR headset is the best for watching movies.
Our recommendation for a headset that you're just going to watch movies in is actually the Oculus GO. If you're looking to play some more virtual reality games, but mainly your use is going to be watching movies, we recommend the Oculus Quest. The reason why these two headsets are our number one priority are for a couple of reasons. Number one, the most important factor when watching movies in a headset is screen resolution. And these have great screen resolution that'll get you by. You can actually find headsets that will watch movies that have better screen resolution, like the Oculus Rift S or headsets that are connected to a computer. But that comes to our second reason, which is mobility. Mobility is really important when you're watching movies. For obvious reasons. You want to be able to watch a movie anywhere. You have something mobile like this.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to, if you're going to be sitting there watching Netflix or Hulu or whatever it may be, you want to be able to do that in your bed or on a couch, and you don't want to have to be tethered to a computer or even necessarily have to have a computer around you. That's why we don't recommend, as a headset for watching movies, we don't recommend, the HTC Vive per se or even the Rift S. Because you have to have a computer with those. And sometimes that's just not the most convenient thing. Like he said, it's not the most mobile thing. You can't just be in an airport or on the train even watching a movie with those headsets. It's just not possible at this moment. So that's why we recommend the Oculus GO or the Oculus Quest, like he said, if you have a little bit extra budget to be able to afford that.
So in preparation for this video, I spent probably about 20 hours watching video inside of the Oculus GO. I absolutely love it. I've discovered a new love for watching Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all of those inside the Oculus GO because it's just so easy and comfortable.
Yeah.
I've found myself just laying in bed, and with some apps, not all of them, which is kind of frustrating, you can actually move the screen around. So like, let's say I want to be watching video in bed in apps like Amazon Prime and YouTube, you can lay down and move the screens directly above you. So it's like having a flat screen on your ceiling, which is awesome. It's the best way to watch movies, in my opinion. And I just find it really just great and comfortable. And even after watching it for 2 or 3 hours, I don't get motion sick. I don't get any real eye fatigue. Sometimes I do after really long sessions, which are pretty rare, but it's really comfortable and great.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think the makers, when they were developing the Oculus GO, they had this as one of their top priorities. I really believe that they had it in their minds, let's build a headset that is great and comfortable and fun to watch movies in. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but it puts you in like a legit theater, and you can choose the location that you want to be in. So sometimes you're in like this beautiful like mountain home, just sitting in an awesome chair. You got a huge screen right there. It feels like you're in a millionaire's house watching whatever movie you choose. It's really cool. And like he said, it's really convenient to watch YouTube or Hulu or Netflix. Like they made apps that work so well with the Oculus GO. I've spent hours as well watching videos and watching shows and movies in the Oculus GO headset, and it's awesome. It's comfortable, it looks great. The image quality, like we've mentioned, is also very, very nice, very high resolution. And it's just a great headset for watching movies. Super awesome.
Absolutely. You will find sometimes, for example, especially with apps that aren't quite as optimized, like Hulu, for example, the headset will overheat every once in a while because it's pretty. This is a cheap headset. It's only $200.
Yeah.
If you get the 32 gig version, you can go with a higher gigabyte, which all it adds is memory, which you might want if you're putting movies.
Yeah,
on
maybe
there.
if you are watching movies, maybe that's one thing you're going for. You want to have the movie saved on there so you can watch them wherever you want.
Exactly.
Another option.
There's so many different uses for this, but the overheating thing can be fixed. Because I was watching this show on Hulu and I didn't want to stop when it was overheating, so what I did, it'll warn you. But in order to prevent overheatings, I had a wet towel and I would just rub it every once in a while to kind of cool it down, and that worked great.
Yeah.
If you're charging it and using apps, sometimes it'll overheat just because it's processing. It doesn't have any fans or anything in this thing, so it has to use just this faceplate that's aluminum to cool. So that is a downside, but it's overall a great headset. And we recommend it if all you're looking for is to watch movies in virtual reality.
Exactly. Obviously, it's important that we mention the Oculus Quest in this video. The Oculus Quest is everything the Oculus GO is but more. You know, it's also a great headset. It can do a lot more. It can play games. It can even play Beat Saber, which is an awesome game. So we wanted to say, if you guys have the money for it, if you guys want a headset that not only for watching movies, but for playing games and having other experiences, then we definitely recommend the Oculus Quest. It's everything the Oculus Go is and more, kind of like what I just said.
Yeah, the Oculus Go and the Oculus Quest came out about a year apart, the Oculus Quest being the newer of the two. And that's not really your standard release schedule for like a Generation 1 and a Generation 2 device. The Oculus Go and the Oculus Quest really are different devices. The Oculus Quest is designed to play games. It even has games like Beat Saber and things like that. The Oculus Go is designed for simple experiences, watching movies. I think that's exactly what it was designed for, because it does it so great. It's got great sound, great everything for that. You can play some really simple rudimentary games.
Simple.
Some 360-degree video on YouTube works awesome in this.
Fantastic.
But it's not designed to play big games like that. And so that's why you get an Oculus Quest, is to have those games, have those things like that. If all you are doing is watching movies, I cannot stress this enough, this headset is perfect for that. Another one we wanted to talk about was Samsung Gear VR. This headset is really great for those of you that actually have a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 or something that's that big and has the resolution to do virtual reality. We didn't put it in our number one spot for a couple of reasons. Number one is not everybody is going to want a Samsung phone. I use an iPhone because of reasons. You know, I've had one for a long time. It's just easier that way. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to upgrade or move over to these devices. They're great, but you're sacrificing your phone, and you have to put it in this headset, and you're burning your cell phone battery. You have your cell phone storage, you know, all those things. And I think it's just more of a pain to have to cross over your virtual reality and phone connection.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. The reason that it's an honorable mention for us in this video is exactly because of that. You know, like, not everybody's going to have a Samsung phone. If you do, and if all you want if the only VR experience you're really looking for is movie watching, fine, go for it. This will be great. It'll do exactly what you need. The resolution's going to be fine, and you're going to be able to watch movies and shows and have a great time with it. But if you don't have that, if you don't want to go that route, if you want something that is just made for VR, a VR headset, I would go for the Oculus Go. That's why we put it above the Samsung Gear. Just, it's not as convenient. Yeah, like you said, you waste your own phone battery. Yeah, you got to get it out, put it in, take it out, all those things. It's just not quite, it's just not quite as convenient as the Oculus Go. And like we said, the Oculus Go was made for movie watching. That was one of its main purposes. And that's what makes it so awesome, so much better than this, in our opinion.
Right. The Oculus Go has built-in sound. Not a lot of people know about this, but like with the new headsets, it actually has right here. That's a speaker hole. That's where the sound comes out. The Samsung Gear VR doesn't have that. You have to have headphones. It has some sound. It's just not right in your ears like this one does. And it still costs a lot. Even though you're not buying a screen, you're not buying a battery, you're not buying any electronics really with this, because you're going to have the phone already, it still costs $100, which is, half the price of this headset, but you have to, you're using your phone anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah.
It's a great option, and we don't want to discount it. It's fun, it works great. There's lots of little games on it. A lot of the same games that are actually on this, they're almost the same device in terms of use. The controller looks really similar. It has the same buttons almost. This one has volume controllers, but they're very similar in a lot of ways, but we just have to give it to the Oculus Go.
Definitely. All right, so just to sum things up, if you're going to watch movies, if you're looking for a virtual reality headset for film watching, we recommend the Oculus Go. But if you want the VR experience to be a little bit more and you have a little bit more of a budget, go for the Oculus Quest. Or if you have a Samsung phone, definitely take into consideration the Samsung Gear VR as well.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching our video about watching movies in virtual reality. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. We'd love to see you back here watching our videos. If you think we're wrong about the Oculus Go being the best headset to watch movies in,
go ahead and comment. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, let me know what you guys think. What headset do you use to watch videos in?
Yeah, exactly. Again, guys, this is the Cyberspace VR. We are your VR informers. We'll see you next time.